Richard Fowler with us in the D.C. Bureau. We've reunited these two gentlemen, right? Yes. Why not? So lots to talk about today. And off the top, I want to talk about this really interesting. We have a full screen of it, of the 2012 Republican primary, a poll showing the numbers. We've been tracking this week by week, and so far, here is where we stand today. Romney at 25%, Bachmann strong second at 14%, Palin at 12%, and she's not even in it yet. Perry at 10%, same thing there. Kane still holding up at 6%. Newt at 5%. Ron Paul, you see, at 5%, and he, of course, has said that he will not seek re-election to the Senate. He's just focusing on his presidential bid. Pawlenty, 3% this week, was at 3% last week. Santorum at 1% and Huntsman at 1%. All right, Richard, what say you about this Republican primary poll?
Well, I think the person to watch in this race, and I've been saying this since the beginning, since her CNN performance, her CNN debate performance, is Michelle Bachmann. I think Michelle Bachmann has showed clear conviction here, and you know, I'm not one to defend Michelle Bachmann, but I think that Michelle Bachmann could possibly be the nominee for president of the United States of America for the Republican Party. And here's how it happens, Kimberly, pretty simply. I think Michelle Bachmann wins Iowa. She'll probably come in a close second, or just a well-performing second in New Hampshire. Followed by that, I think she does a really great job in South Carolina. And then this comes down to my home state, Florida. In Florida, I think it'll be any man's game.
Right.
But what I think it does is, because it's a winner-take-all type of primary, it locks up Michelle Bachmann to go against Mitt Romney. We haven't seen Michelle Bachmann's fundraising numbers yet, which will give us a hint or indication of where the money really is. But I think once we find out where the money is, we'll see that Michelle Bachmann is not only formidable, but she could possibly be the GOP nominee. And us on the Democratic side, we are happy for it. Our president raised $86 million this quarter. And we think we definitely think we could take on Mitt Romney, but we'd love to have Michelle Bachmann as a nominee.
Oh, look how enthusiastic and smiling he is.
Richard, how do you think that Rick Perry would impact the Bachmann candidacy?
Yeah.
If he comes in?
I think
Rick Perry.
I think Rick Perry presents a few issues for Michelle Bachmann. One, I think it takes her off of the, conservative, religious, and Christian right mantle. But at the same time, Rick Perry has his own bag of troubles that he brings with him to the presidential race. Everybody knows, even though they've created more jobs in Texas, Rick Perry was one of the few Republican governors to take stimulus money from the president. On top of that, he's not really passed a real budget in the state of Texas. There's a lot of budget gimmicks and accounting gimmicks to make the budget look balanced when it's really not balance. And on top of that, we saw a lot of rhetoric from the ministers that was at his, Arena Texas prayer meeting thing yesterday. And I think he's going to have to do a lot to convince rank and file Republicans to jump on board of people making fun of Oprah, which is what happened in this interview. Like, one person called Oprah the Antichrist, I believe. So, I think Rick Perry brings a lot of baggage into this race. Does he present some challenges to Michelle Bachmann? Yes, I think if he jumps in, Mitt Romney will be the clear front runner and probably the clear nominee. Without him jumping in, I think Michelle Bachmann has a really good chance.
Very interesting. So what you're saying is that you think Rick Perry will leapfrog, over Bachmann and over Romney to be the presumptive choice?
Not necessarily. I think what will happen is that Rick Perry jumps in the race, him and Michelle Bachmann do this vote-splitting thing, and it allows Mitt Romney to sort of take it away in a three-person race.
I think that's one of the rare cases where we agree.
All right, let's run through a couple of our quick